Hey guys, this is Jynnette with Anderson Alchemy, here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of December 2017. This is for the sign of Gemini. So if you have a Gemini rising, sun, or moon sign, this is going to be for you. Happy end of the year. It's been an amazing year of transformation for you and for me as well, for all of us. So I hope that you've allowed yourself to have fun in the process and that you are looking forward to the new year. I am currently taking bookings for the 2018 forecast. So if you would like a tarot forecast, astrology, or a combination of both, definitely reach out to me. You can book a session on andersonalchemy.com. That's my website. So you can do either or service, or you can do both, like I said. I do actually have package deals where you can do a combination of tarot and astrology or energy healing or what have you. And those package services are available at a discounted rate because you're doing more than one service. So be sure to check those out. Again, the website is andersonalchemy.com. Now, this month I am doing the readings a little different as directed by Spirit, because there is a lot of energy and information and spiritual initiation that is coming through, not only for me, but for all of us. So there definitely was a request from Spirit to show up in a different way this time for you guys and provide guidance in a different way that actually speaks to your spiritual evolution. So I hope that you enjoy. I don't know if this will be the new pattern moving on. We'll see. I just have to follow Spirit, and there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into your reading and take a look at these cards. Now, there is an overall energy for all of the signs this month because I did one larger spread for everybody. And so that card is the Home card. And this speaks to the Cosmic Mother, the Great Mother, or Mother God. Specifically in the astrology, is talking about Saturn being conjunct the Galactic Center. And the Galactic Center is our mother for this actual galaxy that we are a part of, okay? Because that's the black hole at the center that not only births life, but also destroys and transmutes life, okay? So we are receiving massive downloads from that center point, as well as with Saturn going into Capricorn at the end of the month, along with the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. The Divine Mother or the Dark Mother energy is really prevalent. But, you know, just that womb energy, being in the void, being in timelessness, and allowing yourself to be restored in the spirit without having to achieve something or, you know, what have you. So that's where the message is for all of us, regardless of your sign, are receiving this month. So definitely be sure to enjoy that energy and have communion with that energy. Now, in terms of you specifically, Gemini, your energy or guidance for the month is the Joy card. So this is speaking very clearly to you, allowing yourself to enjoy life, but wear your heart on the sleeve. Have your heart be open. Give yourself the opportunity to have new emotional experiences. Let there be a new vitality and an innocence that comes through for you. Not that Gemini necessarily has a tough time with innocence, but, you know, just allow yourself to be lighthearted, have fun, be joyous, be vibrant, and shine your light. You know, you are a really special energy. You are a really kind of like a young child energy, not childish or immature, but there is a wonder that is very dominant or prevalent in Gemini when it's really operating in its truest form. So make sure to tap into that, okay? And be open to love in all of the ways that it shows up for you, regardless if it's friends, family, or even romantic relationships. But there is a lot available there, and you're also being asked to show that to others, all right? Now, at the top here, I have cards pulled from the Rider-Waite deck. This is supposed to be guidance for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. An additional card popped out, so I include that in the middle. This is actually, I forgot what other sign there was, but there were a few signs that did have 3 cards, and there was another sign in particular. I believe it was Aries. I'm not sure, but I believe it was Aries. So if you have Aries in your chart, be sure to check that sign. That got the Wheel of Fortune here in the center. So there is some significance there. So if it's not you personally, then it might be someone else in your life who whatever sign that was that had the Wheel of Fortune show up. You guys are going to be going through similar changes or shifts. So divine masculine, divine feminine. Quick note about this. This can refer to your actual gender gender identification, if you show up as more masculine or the feminine or a little bit of both or neither. This can speak to that. However, if you are a light worker, if you identify as a light worker, or if you're someone who is woken up or going through your ascension process, then you actually need to pay attention to both messages, because the divine feminine represents the soul energy when we're talking about spiritual technology, metaphysics. The divine masculine speaks to the consciousness, okay? So you do need to relate to both, because you have both. This is your soul. This is the consciousness of the soul that actually puts things in forms and manifests, okay? So they work in congruence. The divine feminine can also speak to the yin energy. Masculine is the yang energy. Again, both energies that we operate in, but they relate to the activity of spirit in the physical realm, okay? So, like I said, take the messages as you need based on where you are in your journey. For the masculine, you have the Death card. Feminine, you have the Nine of Wands. So masculine, having a Death card here means that you are really going through a process of transformation. So not necessarily like a stripping away of that which doesn't serve, but this is more of a birthing of the new is really what I'm getting with this. So, and it is divinely guided. This is Scorpio energy. We are still under the influence of Jupiter in Scorpio for an entire year. So, you know, that is still heavily influencing you. And also with having Saturn in Sagittarius, which if you are a Gemini rising, that would be your 7th house. There's also been a lot of transformation, and that is that's probably not a new thing for you. So that's still happening for this month. Just go with the flow. The death always brings something new and beneficial, so it's a good thing. Now for the feminine, you have the Nine of Wands. So this speaks to a lot of work that's happening in the spirit with you in terms of creation and innovation, spiritual insight, spiritual initiation. That is continuing for this month, and you're going to be coming to a place of self-sovereignty in your own power. You may also be feeling overwhelmed in the traditional sense of this card, because it's, you know, someone who has been going to battle for a lot of things, and this may be you feeling overworked, overburdened, overextending, but you're still standing strong. You are close to the finish line. You're close to the 10, which is ultimate completion. So, you know, keep on task, remain steady, and you will be fine. Now, the energy for both, or the energy of the relationship between the two, is the Wheel of Fortune. So that is, again, Jupiter energy, but it does speak to you kind of being in the flow now with the wave of moving forward. So you may find that, you know, things are starting to pick up speed. I like to use, or sometimes I use a surfing metaphor. So this is the energy of, you know, you paddling out to the wave and you actually now riding the wave. And this is kind of that energy, is that the things are shifting, right? Now here at the bottom, I pulled a blind spot spread from the Thoth deck. And in terms of how you're showing up right now for the month, you have the 5 of Cups. The 5s I do actually really enjoy, but they're probably the toughest energy to deal with, because it's kind of like making the jump from 4th dimensional to 6th dimensional way of being. And it's the biggest jump, because the 4th dimension is the astral plane, where it's all the emotion, it's all the visions, but also the shadows. It's really the Maya, right? It's the unconscious mind. So you're really having to push through this energy, and this speaks to the transition in going into the 6 of Cups eventually, which is really speaking to coming at home to your soul itself. So make sure that you continue to push through. This is specifically Mars in Scorpio. So Mars will actually be in Scorpio for this month. It won't be transitioning out of that energy until January. So this is going to be a prevalent energy of transformation for you. You will have the energy to be able to make the changes that you need. So that's powerful for you. Now, in terms of where your personal drive for where you want to go for this month, you have a Tower card. So this is speaking to me of you really wanting to tackle what for you think doesn't serve you, and but really more so to break new ground. Like this is really like you want to break through whatever that barrier is, that glass ceiling is, into the new. It is coming across as a really positive energy. So yeah, this may, I think actually at the beginning of the month, and don't quote me on this, but I think at the beginning of the month, Mars is actually going to be opposite Uranus, and this is a very Uranian energy. That may be that revolutionary or the spark of inspiration or the breakthrough that that's actually referring to. So, you know, we'll see. If not, this may be an influence of Shiva in your life. So if you have a communion or a relationship with the energy of the god Shiva, that may be that for you as well. At the very least, this is Mars as well too. So a lot of options. Now, in terms of the divine will of your life and where the divine is taking you, you have the Prince of Discs, which is the Knight of Discs and other decks, tarot decks. This speaks to you being forced to make more practical decisions and have more practical behaviors in building the future for your life. So it is, you know, being mindful of what you are wanting to create, and this is, you know, being really balanced and steady in the creation of that. So it may feel like a quote-unquote slower progress, but it's going to bode well for you in the future because it's going to be a foundation that is stable and steady. Now, in terms of what's underlying and supporting you that you are not aware of, but which is, you know, of benefit and a boon to you, is the Eight of Discs, okay? So I love this card because it really speaks to fruitfulness and abundance and the return on investment for hard work. But it's also, you know, continuing to cultivate this energy, because this is the sun in Virgo, and Virgo is like the gardener. It cultivates the soil. It knows how to go through the process of life, and this is also a sister energy to you because you guys, Virgo and Gemini, are both ruled by Mercury. So this is of help to you. So you are, you know, either having a return on investments that you have made, or you're being asked to again continue to make methodical and practical choices and put in patterns in place so that you are seeing the fruits of your labor. Okay, so beautiful read for you this month. I really like this for you, Gemini. Looks like there's some really nice things that are opening up for you, which I'm excited to see. Let me get this up a little bit more. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being on this journey with me so far. I look forward to reading for you more months and years ahead. Like I said, if you'd like to book a session, you can go to my website, andersonalchemy.com, to book any kind of session, whether it's a reading or energy healing. And remember, check out the packages page to see the different deals that I have if you book more than one service, okay? Have an amazing, blessed month. I love you so much, and I'll see you in 2018. Bye.